You've written a book on Dostoevsky. We've seen in the last couple of weeks in the wake of the invasion of Putin's invasion of Ukraine. And we should say that we're recording this on March 15th. It's going to be released during Holy Week. So the people who are listening to this will know more than we do about what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. But we are in the thick of it now. And one of the things that the thick of it has brought have been these sort of bizarre attempts to cancel Dostoevsky or to deprogram Tchaikovsky music from planned performances. Can you talk about the way that we need to not let art and music be casualties of war? Not to feed you the right answer here. Should we let art and music be casualties of war?
Now, it worries me that we have this reaction. If something is ambiguous, if something has mixed consequences, then we just throw it out. And Dostoevsky is a good case in point, because of course he is one of the sources of the toxic Russian nationalism, which we see in its most brutal and abusive form in Putin's politics. On the other hand, precisely because Dostoevsky is more than a propagandist, back to the Gill-Jones debate, he's an artist, he's not a propagandist. In his novels, he allows all the voices to be heard. He doesn't predetermine your answer. We read Dostoevsky, I think, not to get a series of edifying quotations, fringe magnets. We read him to be involved in the debates he's involved in. And you mentioned the Grand Inquisitor a bit earlier, and that's such an important piece of literature, because in that, I suppose call it a fantasy or a fable in the longest, and possibly greatest of his novels, there you have naked, unaccountable power confronted with the silence of Christ. And the protest that the Inquisitor makes representing power is freedom is too difficult. He says to Jesus, "You've made it too difficult for us. So we are mopping up after you. Unfortunately, you failed to give us the program. So we have to provide it." And when I look at the idea that you can coerce society into faith, and look at all the ideas of that close alliance of church and state, which is true in Russia now and has been true in so many other places in history, you think, well, it is all the Inquisitor's business. The Inquisitor constantly saying to Jesus, "You didn't leave us a program. We've had to supply it, and it's hard work. And don't think we enjoy this, but we've got to do it because you didn't take the trouble." Now, Dostoevsky can come up with all of that alongside at times, the nonsense of his nationalistic fantasies. And you've just got to see the person whole. And that's very hard, and you just do not deal with that by saying, forget it, obliterate it. And in times of war and crisis, what do we need most? We need resources that free us to spend time with and attend to the humanity of whoever is outside the circle.